The broadcast studio glows, Graham Norton's set shimmering with otherworldly light. Graham beams at Maria, seated beside Timothée Chalamet and a pop star on the plush couch. Maria, your dream films are simply extraordinary, Graham declares, his admiration clear. Maria responds with a simple, elegant acknowledgement. Thank you. In a vibrant studio, Graham Norton face Timothée Chalamet, the energy palpable. The audience watches with bated breath, eager for every word. Graham leans forward, a question hanging in the air. Timothy, you were saying this dream changed your life. Timothy pose, a flicker of introspection crossing his face. The studio lights gleam, capturing the intense anticipation. The dark room is pierced only by the cold light of a monitor, casting an eerie glow. Timothy's face is illuminated, his eyes wide with disbelief and growing excitement. The monitor's glow dances in his eyes, reflecting his awe. Oh my God, Timothy whispers, the words barely audible. Yeah, blood mirror, Maria's dream. That rooftop monologue? I watched that sequence 30 times, he says, mesmerized. Sound of a phone call fills the unknown space. A voice echoes, detached from its source. The call's origin remains a mystery. Maria, VO. A's voice drifts in. That's sweet. Thank you. The disembodied words hang in the air. The phone call adds to the uncertainty. Maria sits alone in the green room, now in a hoodie, a picture of isolation. A producer approaches, offering a bottle. The label reads, Dormex. Maria eyes the bottle with reluctance, her brow furrowed in doubt. Tension hangs heavy as Maria questions softly. Do I really need this? The room is silent, save for the unspoken pressure, as Maria awaits an answer. Inside the recording studio, a phone rings, slicing through the focused atmosphere. A disembodied voice echoes, a producer's directive cutting through the air. Press run's not over. The voice booms, distant but insistent. You've got Kimmel next week, the producer reminds, a hint of urgency in his tone. He's gonna ask about the, symbiotic grief dream. The voice trails, a touch of amusement present. They love that one in Brazil, the producer concludes, the phone still ringing softly in the background. An ethereal space, undefined and adrift, where only shadows hold form. The air hangs heavy, thick with the weight of forgotten experiences. A whisper from the past echoes in the stillness, a voice struggling to recall. I was 17. I don't even remember it. Maria's voice floats, a fragile admission. The scene fades, leaving only the haunting echo of a memory lost to time. A lone microphone stands sentinel in the sound booth, a silent witness ready to capture every nuance. Echoing through the speakers, the producer's voice cuts through the silence, a disembodied presence. The microphone seems to listen intently as the producer assesses the emotional authenticity. Good. Makes the reactions feel real, the producer's voice declares, a judgment hanging in the air. The sound booth remains still, the weight of the producer's words settling like dust. Maria enters her high-rise apartment, the space sterile and cold, reflecting her inner turmoil. A wall-sized screen showcases her dream feature, a fleeting reminder of her aspirations. She switches off the screen, the sudden darkness amplifying her isolation. Maria clutches a bottle of Dormex, her face a mask of conflict as she eyes the dream station. In a darkened recording booth, Maria sits, headphones on, script in hand, ready to lend her voice to the story. Maria softly speaks into the microphone, her voice painting vivid, surreal imagery. When I was 9, I dreamed of a white tiger made of piano keys. Maria narrates, her tone capturing the bizarre memory. It ate my mother and played Mozart while it chewed. She continues, the fantastical tale unfolding with dark humor. Maria walks, head down, trying to disappear into the bustling street. a sea of faces blurring around her. A few faces brighten with recognition, their eyes locking onto Maria, piercing her veil of anonymity. Whispers ripple through the crowd as people point, their gazes heavy with expectation. Voices echo snippets of dreams. I dream of a world where everyone is free, a world without sorrow, without pain. Maria's silence speaks volumes as she feels the weight of their hopes crushing her spirit. Dim light barely pierces into the fans' room, where the Scarlet Dream posters loom from every wall. Figurines and merchandise create an altar to the beloved series, crowding every visible surface. Bathed in the laptop's glow, Fan Hashon hunches over, a devotee consumed by digital light. "Oh my God, Maria!" Fan Hashon exclaims, a voice echoing with youthful fervor. The room transforms into a shrine of devotion, a testament to the Scarlet Dream's profound impact. "The Scarlet Dream changed my life," Fan Hashon declares, a life irrevocably touched by fiction. Buzzing echoes in the tattoo parlor as ink etches into skin. A man's ribs become a canvas, bearing a winding quote. The needle dances, transforming words into permanent art. "I literally got the dream monologue tattooed on my ribs," Fan Hash2 says. In the quiet of her bedroom, Maria sits alone at her desk, bathed in the gentle glow of a bedside lamp. Her face is illuminated, reflecting the determination in her eyes. She is immersed in writing, her pen gliding across the pages of a notebook. Each word is a step toward reclaiming her story, rebuilding her narrative. The pages fill with her handwriting, a testament to her resolve. The soft light and focused expression create a scene of quiet strength. A faint, static buzz fills an unknown, dimly lit location, casting long, eerie shadows that dance with unseen secrets. Maria's voice echoes, a plea born of desperation, resonating through the oppressive silence. "If I let them keep recording me, there won't be anything left," she whispers, her words hanging in the air. "I am not a signal. I am not a product. I am a story I haven't finished writing," Maria declares, her voice trembling. An endless dark corridor unfolds, lined with VHS tapes labeled with faded dreams, each a memory etched in time. Flickering monitor light reveals a solitary man at the corridor's end, his face awash with tears as he watches a dream. His intense gaze is fixed on the screen, a silent witness to the unfolding drama of the dream. A sharp, cracking sensation echoes within, as if something fragile shatters into countless pieces. The Graham Norton Show glows with artificial light. Graham, Timothy, and Maria share a laugh, a veneer of joy on their faces. Maria delicately sips water, the studio lights reflecting off the glass. Her smile wavers, a subtle disconnect between the cheerful facade and something deeper. The laughter continues around her, but a shadow of unease flickers across Maria's face. A stark spotlight cuts through the darkness, illuminating a lone chair. The chair sits empty, awaiting its occupant, a silent invitation hanging in the air. Graham's voice echoes from the shadows, unseen yet commanding attention. His voice probes the silence. "So, Timothy, you were saying this dream changed your life?" The question hangs, heavy and expectant, daring Timothy to answer. The spotlight remains fixed, a stage set for a story of transformation. Timothy, eyes wide, watches something with intense focus, utterly captivated by the unseen spectacle. Timothy, V.O. Oh my God. Timothy, V.O. Yeah. Blood mirror, Timothy, V.O. Maria's dream from when she was, 17? That rooftop monologue? Timothy, V.O. I watched that sequence 30 times. Sunlight bathes a nondescript room, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. The room is stark, devoid of personality, yet filled with a gentle, pervasive light. Silence hangs heavy, broken only by the faint rustling of unseen curtains. That's sweet. Thank you. Maria's disembodied voice echoes softly. The light intensifies, highlighting the room's emptiness and Maria's absence. An unseen presence lingers, filling the simple room with unspoken emotions. A symphony of screams fills the premiere as the crowd beholds Maria on the screen, an unsettling vision of beauty. Maria is resplendent, her gown alive with worms, a cinematic image that is both gorgeous and profoundly disturbing. The scene unfolds, captivating the audience with its insane and beautiful spectacle. Maria's voice echoes, declaring, "I am the machine that dreams itself." A chilling declaration. Maria's eyes snap open, her body jolting upright in bed, a silent scream trapped in her throat. She gasps for air, each breath a struggle as she tries to anchor herself back to reality. Her nightgown clings to her, soaked with the cold sweat of a nightmare's lingering grip. Raw horror etches deep lines across her face, a chilling testament to the terror she has witnessed. The early morning light casts long shadows, amplifying the fear that still dances in her wide, haunted eyes. Within the DreamPod interface, Maria's face pales, a stark contrast to the screen's harsh glow. Raw footage of her dream unfolds, each frame a piercing wave of nausea washing over her. Her eyes are wide, fixed on the screen, as if trying to comprehend the unfolding nightmare. The interface hums, a cold, clinical backdrop to Maria's growing distress. Shadows play across her face, accentuating the depth of her horror and disbelief. Each replay is a fresh wound, deepening the mystery of her dream's dark origins. An unsettling silence fills the air, heavy with unspoken dread. The stillness is absolute, amplifying the fear. A voice echoes from the void, raw with terror. Maria's voice cracks, her denial desperate and visceral. No, fuck, no, Maria cries, her words shattering the oppressive quiet. Sunlight floods the executive office as Maria stands before the producer's mahogany desk, her worry palpable. Dust motes shimmer in the light, a stark contrast to the heavy atmosphere. "Please, you can't release that dream. It's too personal," Maria pleads, her voice laced with desperation. The producer's gaze is unwavering, his expression firm despite her obvious distress. "I'm sorry, Maria," he replies, his words echoing the cold reality of their agreement. Clause 3, paragraph B, if you recall. In a stark, undefined space, emptiness amplifies Maria's voice. Maria, VOO, raw with emotion. It's not one of the art ones. Her voice cracks, revealing vulnerability. It's just trauma. A painful memory surfaces, tinged with shame. "I was sobbing, naked." Desperation underscores her words. There's no structure. A primal scream echoes. "I screamed my own name." A sleek, modern conference room stands silent, bathed in the cool light of day. Only a phone rests on the polished table. Suddenly, the piercing ring of the phone shatters the quiet, echoing in the empty space. A voice, disembodied and powerful, answers from the speaker. It's the producer. "It tested through the roof," the voice booms. 98% engagement, more authentic than life." The silence in the unknown location is deafening, anticipation hanging heavy in the air. An unseen figure stands as the focal point, the recipient of Maria's damning words. The atmosphere thickens, a palpable sense of unspoken tension and accusation filling the space. "Maria, VO." Voice echoes, accusatory and raw, cutting through the heavy silence. "You're going to show the world a dream I explicitly told you felt like being raped." The recording studio is silent, save for the subtle adjustments of the microphone. A disembodied voice echoes, unseen but powerful. "And they're going to love you for it." The promise hangs heavy, unspoken expectations filling the air. The microphone stands as a silent witness to the ambition and vulnerability. The studio awaits the artist's voice, ready to amplify their soul to the world. A moment of truth suspended in the quiet anticipation of the recording booth. Maria sits motionless at her dining table, a statue carved from sorrow. Tears glisten on her face like morning dew, reflecting a silent grief. The apartment is filled with the faint static from her dream trailer. The static whispers through the room, a constant reminder of shattered dreams. Her eyes reflect a deep sadness, mirroring the emptiness within. Silence envelops Maria, broken only by the haunting static. The brightly lit theater lobby buzzes. Movie posters gleam on the walls. Behind the concessions counter, Sonny stands poised, ready for the rush. He grabs popcorn bags with practiced ease, a fluid dance of efficiency. Soda fountains hiss and gleam as Sonny fills cups with swift precision. Sonny is in his element, alive with the rhythm of the bustling theater. In her apartment, Maria stares intently at the television screen, a familiar late-night show filling the frame. Anxiety and anticipation mix on her face as she shifts on the couch, bracing for what's to come. And now, please welcome Maria Rodriguez. Jimmy Kimmel's voice booms as applause erupts. Maria winces as the screen shows a vivid, unsettling recreation of her recent traumatic dream. Under a stark spotlight, Jimmy Kimmel stands center stage, a playful spark in his eyes, ready to engage the captivated audience. He leans into the microphone, his tone intimate and inviting, drawing the audience into his confidence. "Now, folks, you've seen it," Jimmy says, a knowing smile playing on his lips. "How did she let them show this?" he asks, his voice dripping with playful incredulity and mischievous intent. In his dimly lit apartment, Sonny is captivated by the glow of the television screen. The late-night talk show host, Kimmel, fills the screen with his vibrant energy. Maria's introduction sequence begins to play, drawing Sonny's mild interest. Sonny watches, his expression neutral as Maria's image flickers on the screen. The apartment is quiet save for the television, creating an intimate viewing experience. Sonny remains still, his eyes fixed on the screen, waiting to see what unfolds. In an echoing void, a single spotlight pierces the darkness, promising revelation in an unknown location. Though unseen, Jimmy Kimmel's voice resonates, filling the space with an almost tangible presence. His words cut through the silence, a gentle invitation extended into the unknown. "Maria, hey, listen, you're among friends here, all right?" Jimmy Kimmel assures, his voice laced with warmth and empathy. In the glaring studio lights, Maria's face is streaked with tears, each drop reflecting the harsh reality of the moment. Her body trembles with uncontrolled sobs, the sound amplified in the sterile silence of the broadcast studio. Each shudder racks her frame, a visible display of raw emotion under the unforgiving gaze of the cameras. Helplessness etches Kimmel's face as he sits beside Maria, unsure how to stem the torrent of her grief. His eyes dart around, seeking a solution, a way to salvage the live broadcast from this emotional precipice. The studio hangs in a balance, the bright lights a stark contrast to the darkness of Maria's despair. An echoing, strained voice cuts through the silence. Maria, VO's voice laced with accusation. "You're not my friend. You just wanted the clip, and then..." Sonny watches Maria's breakdown, the television's glow reflecting in his still, shocked eyes. The forgotten dinner grows cold, unnoticed amidst the unfolding drama on screen. A quiet shift in Sonny's posture betrays the turmoil brewing within him. He is frozen, a statue carved from disbelief and dawning realization. The joyous atmosphere of the apartment is replaced by a heavy, suffocating silence. An empty theater at night hints at untold stories. The marquee glows softly. The Waking Dream, written and directed by Maria Saint. A lone figure pauses, drawn by the promise of the play. Locals drift in, their faces etched with curiosity and anticipation. The theater slowly fills, each arrival a silent question mark. A hush falls as the last few patrons find their seats. The broadcast studio blazes with light, an artificial sun for Graham Norton's flamboyant set. Maria sits on the couch, her gaze lost in a world of her own, a stark contrast to the vibrant scene. Timothy, beside her, seems to glow, radiating an almost otherworldly aura in the studio's glare. The set pulsates with colors, a dizzying backdrop to the unfolding drama on the celebrity couch. A palpable tension hangs in the air, unseen yet felt, a silent prelude to the stories about to unfold. The stage is set, the lights are hot, and the world watches, waiting for the curtain to rise. Maria emerges from her apartment, instantly besieged by a ravenous swarm of paparazzi. A blinding storm of camera flashes erupts, each one capturing a fragment of Maria's besieged expression. A cacophony of shouts and questions pierces the air, each vying for Maria's attention. Trapped in the relentless glare, Maria struggles to navigate the sea of aggressive reporters. Inside the dream pod, Maria's eyes are wide open, refusing to surrender to sleep. She lies still, a silent battle raging within as she resists the pull of Dormex. Her gaze is fixed on the ceiling, a canvas for her defiance. Determination hardens her features, etching lines of resolve onto her face. The encroaching sleep is a foe she is determined to fight, every muscle tense. Maria's will is a fortress against the chemical tide, a beacon of resistance. In the dimly lit editing room, the producer's gaze is fixed on the monitor, the raw footage of Maria's breakdown unfolding before him. Maria's raw emotions flicker across the screen, her vulnerability amplified in the confined space. A predatory smile begins to creep across the producer's face, a silent acknowledgement of the power he holds. The unedited footage continues to play, each frame a testament to Maria's unraveling and the producer's growing satisfaction. Sunlight bathes the therapist's office, creating a haven of tranquility as Maria sits, her unease palpable. Dr. Anna Reed offers a warm, professional smile, her eyes filled with empathy. Maria fidgets, her anxiety evident in her clasped hands and nervous posture. Dr. Reed leans forward, her voice gentle yet firm, seeking to reassure her patient. Maria, we've been over this, Dr. Reed says, her gaze unwavering, full of patience. A label is given. You're a dream star, she declares, a statement that hangs in the air. Under the dim glow of a desk lamp, Maria is hunched over her notebook, a solitary figure consumed by the night. The shadows dance around her, long and distorted, as she writes with furious intensity. Her pen scratches across the paper, a frantic dance of ink and inspiration. Words pour forth, an unstoppable torrent unleashed from the depths of her mind. The room is her sanctuary, a dimly lit haven where her thoughts take form. In the quiet of the night, Maria's words echo with untold stories. Maria stands in a surreal dreamscape, the air alive with ozone and fragments of forgotten moments. Before her, a monstrous figure rises, a nightmarish reflection of shattered mirrors and writhing shadows. This grotesque form is Maria's dream self, a twisted manifestation of her deepest fears and insecurities. The dream self pulsates with an unnatural light, casting elongated, dancing shadows across the ground. Each shadow writhes and twists, a silent scream echoing through the ethereal landscape. In the dark projection room, Sonny sits alone. The screen's flickering light paints his face with shadows. Maria's film unfolds before him, a silent narrative capturing his unwavering attention. His eyes are locked on the screen, absorbing every frame of Maria's creation. A subtle tension tightens around him as the film progresses, his expression unreadable. The darkness amplifies the emotions conveyed by the film, creating an intimate viewing experience. Sonny remains still, lost in the world Maria has crafted. His thoughts a mystery in the dim light. Sunlight floods Maria's room, motes of dust swirling in golden beams. A gentle dawn awakens the quiet space. Maria stirs in her bed, her face softening as she greets the new day with a serene smile. She stretches languidly, her body arching, a silent expression of contentment. A wave of tranquility washes over her, a feeling so profound it seems almost foreign after years of turmoil. The sunlight wraps her in a warm embrace, as if the world itself is offering her solace. A quiet morning promises peace, and Maria embraces it, a hopeful sigh escaping her lips. Maria strides down the street, her face now unveiled, her posture radiating newfound confidence. Passers-by recognize her, their eyes reflecting a mixture of surprise and acknowledgement. The gazes that once held judgment now carry a palpable sense of respect. Each step she takes echoes with the rhythm of her restored dignity and self-assurance. The street transforms into a stage where Maria reclaims her narrative, empowered and unyielding. Under a solitary spotlight, Maria stands center stage, a beacon of quiet strength in the vast emptiness. Her soft smile hints at a victory hard won. She gazes out at the rows of vacant seats, each one a silent witness to her journey. The silence of the theater presses in around her, broken only by the faint hum of electricity. In this moment, she's not just an actress, but the architect of her fate. Her smile grows, a promise of stories yet untold.